This is the Wiiviewer
And the LittlestWiiviewer.
and we're gonna review
Star Fox Zero.
for the WiiU eShop. Woo! Star Fox. You know, everyone's been waiting for this one.
You could buy it on retail, you know.
Yeah, and you can also download it. What's your point?
You should have said for just the Wii U.
Okay, so sorry. For the WiiU and WiiU eShop. Alright, first off, I gotta get this out of the way because it drives me crazy every time I see it. Does this not look like a fox pooping?
No. It looks like a fox with wings.
The thing that makes this thing unique this time around is the controls, which I think really suck.
And I think they're usable. You just have to learn how to actually use them.
I don't like using the gamepad. I just find it a disadvantage. I like looking at my goals. I don't like looking at a cockpit. There's a reason I don't play first person when I'm playing a space shooter. And I know you can do that in some space shooters. They actually can go with a first person. Now, if the controls were changeable, like you could change the default controls to only stick controls, then I think the game could be 10 times better. But no, they force you into these sections that are just using the gamepad.
Just get over it. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, to me it was. I did not have as much fun as I did with playing Star Fox 64, which is I think the last Star Fox game I played.
You know, the first person thing has been in the other games, I believe.
Not to this obnoxious levels. Now, graphically, I think the game looks great. The game doesn't have that much of a different feel from Star Fox 64. It just feels like better graphics put onto it. And that's not a bad thing. Now, the stages have different kind of gimmicks in them where sometimes you're playing in the plane. Sometimes you're in all range mode where you can fly around all around the map all you want. Then there's where you got to be a little of the robot. Then there's the ones where you have to, what was it called? Like a Land Rover mode?
The Landmaster?
Sure, whatever it's officially called. The tank.
Yeah, Landmaster.
Which is a little odd since this Landmaster can fly.
It's the Gravmaster now when it transforms.
And by the way, I don't appreciate the fact that it doesn't go when it transforms. It should totally do that. My favorite sections are just the flying sections. It was the most fun because it was classic Star Fox.
Problem with the others?
Yeah, I have a real problem with the stealth sections. Or should I say, boring, slow-paced sections.
It was out of place.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't put stealth in a non-stealth game.
I thought there was a lot of clever ideas here. I just hated the controls, as I mentioned before. There are multiple paths to beat a level. You don't always have to do it the same way. And if you beat it a different way, you'll get a different way on the map screen. So it gives you different branching paths to go on. There's a line that shows you how hard it's going to be.
There are teleporters throughout the game, and you could go through one of them to go to a split path in a level.
Now, there's also some teammates that you can play with. Which one was your favorite teammate?
Slippy.
Yeah, Slippy was great. No! I'm just kidding. He's the worst. I could see me hanging out with Peppy.
Someone draw that.
No, please don't.
What?
So you have to watch out for them in levels so they don't get too hurt by the enemies around them. They always need you to back them up. But you're the leader, so I guess it makes sense.
Since my first instinct in a game like this is to destroy everything, I sometimes just end up shooting them.
One major problem I had with the game was no on-screen map when you're in all-range mode. Wouldn't that have been way more helpful? There were so many times where I lost track of the enemies. I had to use the gamepad to look down. I'm like, oh, but then I have to look at the screen. I was like, why is there no map to this thing? I want to know exactly where to find these things. Now, it did give you arrows like on the screen. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, thanks for that.
I believe there's a way to lock onto enemies so that the camera automatically adjusts to it.
So there's training missions that can help you learn the gamepad and make it not so bad, right? What do you think of the boss fights?
They were interesting, I guess. For example, the first boss, there's actually two ways to beat him. You could do it the normal way, where you destroy him from the outside, or you could go inside and just destroy him from the inside. Defeating them a secret way will get you a medal, which is one of the collectibles of the game.
It's like mission completed or mission accomplished, right?
Yeah, mission accomplished is the higher ranking.
In each level, you can get these rings that will give you more lives, or you can get upgrades to your weapons.
There's 5 medals in a stage in total. There are different ways to obtain them. For example, in a standard stage, you will find 5 parts of the medal. If you collect all 5, you'll get one of them. Or if you get a high score, you will get another medal, as well as the previously mentioned way.
Alright, LittlestWiiviewer, Star Fox Zero. Would you buy, rent, sail, or skip?
Probably not buy, probably not rent. If you have the time to deal with how to master these difficult controls.
Oh, so now someone's complaining about the controls.
Unless you have the time to master the controls, the game isn't going to be that fun for you. Unless you are a desperate fan, which, if you're a desperate fan, you have already bought it by now. Just skip it.
Actually, I completely agree with you, but my reasons are a little bit more clear. I hated the controls as what it should have been, which was a space shooter. It kind of failed at that because the controls are not fun to play. If those controls were just normal, I think this game could have been great. Even if it felt like a remake of Star Fox 64, I think that could have worked. I think they just tried so hard to make the gamepad be something that they forgot the point that it should be fun first. Rent it if you want, but I would just skip it. Well, that's our review of Star Fox Zero. Why don't you check out my last review of U-Host?
Or a classic review of Star Fox 64.
I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.